In the long term, democracy has some problems because people tend to think short term, and that's where citizen education is so important. Because what citizen education does is teach us that citizens are not just about our own private interests, but are about shared public interests, and public interests are always about the long term.
There is no such thing as democracy without participation.
The institutions have lost trust, and politicians in particular have lost trust because of their corruptive old boys networks that were active all over Europe, because of the dependency to the markets, financial markets. All that is a fact, of course, and this gives us a troubled vision of Europe. But nevertheless, my hope is that we can renew the European Peace and Development Project.
As we heard yesterday from Benjamin Barber, today there are no problems that are not cross-border problems, and I think it makes sense to discuss them on in an international discourse and not stick and not having only the national borders as a reference point of citizenship education nowadays, because I think citizenship in the national sense has to be affiliated with European citizenship and cosmopolitan citizenship nowadays, and this is what we try to build up and to support with the NECE network.
The NECE network founded in multipliers all over Europe, and these multipliers are the elites of a bottom-up civil society in Europe.
We contribute, we are co-organizers of NECE activities, for example of annual conferences and workshops. So we are partly planning the conferences together. We are also inviting certain speakers.
Yeah, it is because we want to have this platform to be able to have a common exchange and to develop also some common projects.
There's a very nice network of organizations and individual people who are all convinced that citizenship education can be better and can change our democracies, can strengthen civil societies.
I think NECE is a great platform, and I'm happy to say that at my previous event I've got so many contacts that we're now already developing common projects with other participants from the NECE events.
It's important also for something like a legitimacy that as we are trying in the Czech Republic to start with citizenship education of adults, for example, or disadvantaged groups. So it's very empowering for us to know that there are some other colleagues in Europe, they are doing the same and they are facing the same problems.
In a sense, NECE is part of an ideal I call citoyen sans frontières. It knows that citizenship, and Europeans know that better because Europeans already have they try to have a European form of citizenship. They've been more successful with a euro currency than with a European citizenship, but still they understand that in the modern interdependent world we need interdependent forms of citizenship.
NECE is also interesting in a way to form a kind of bottom-up network on the regional level. My idea is not that only global civil society or European and Arab civil societies cooperate on a non-governmental level, but also that we have sub-regional alliances all over Europe, from the Baltic Sea to the Mediterranean.
It's more than ever now that we realize that our common past and common present is nothing but a prelude to our common future. It's not an option really to be empathetic and listen to one another and to realize that there's no one teacher and no one student, and we're all teachers and students at the same time.